All right, everything looks good. I didn't pop out TikTok chat, but I always have it up on my thing, but that's fine. Pop that bitch out. Reload. Okay, that looks good. Bring the manuals back up. And we are going to lie these guys down. Don't lose parts, please. We have parts for testing. And once we get some viewers, I'll go over everything that we're going over. I'm just kind of setting up here at the moment. So we'll see how we go. 8:42. We have also freaking game night tonight. Fun. He says fun, but does he mean fun? I don't know. We'll find out. Why don't we? Because I fucked up and did not stream last night. Because I died and passed the fuck out. Screwdriver set because I need that if I need to pry things open. Because fuck those stupid goddamn freaking things that this thing came with. They do not work for shit. Alright, looking good so far. I do need to go over kind of the differences and why one became one and one became the other. And why I kind of hate some parts on some and some parts on the other. So annoying. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I can change that. Huh. I could, I guess, put... Ooh. We'll have to try that later. Alright, we're already getting people in. Yay. Time to start working again. Alright, everyone. All the people on TikTok. Alright. Since you're the first ones in, we're going to start talking about this. So, Thursday I was working on this off stream because I wanted to get some extra work done. I absolutely hate the legs. I thought I was going to hate the legs, and I absolutely do. Absolutely hated the legs. Couple of reasons why. I won't talk about that right now. Let me get one of these guys out of the way so that way I don't fuck it up. Oh, man. So there are 3 manuals to this that exist. You have your repair, you have your avalanche, and then you have your perfect grade regular. Well, the regular exia. And each one of them has different parts for different things, especially on the legs. Chests, arms, all the same. The problem with the avalanche version is that you don't want these studs that are on the backside of this one to exist. There's a whole different leg section that you were supposed to use, and I did not see that. I'm going off of the original perfect grade manual and what the frames look like. Did not know that they have a, which I'll come and grab this one. Push your leg forward. So you want this studless one. And the reason why you want the studless one is so that you can put the dash parts on. That dash part goes over top and interfaces. If I put it on right. Come on. There we are. Doesn't like to go on because it kind of clips over top of everything. But so you can put the avalanche dash parts on. You need to have that so it can hook on. In the same format, you don't use this clear part, which is really stupid. You put nothing actually over top of it. You put either this part or the there's another portion that you build for it so that it can be in just avalanche mode, not dash mode. I hate that. I'd rather have the GN drivers be visible. I will probably build the dash portion for that. Well, the avalanche portion for that, but I'm going to keep these on so that way I can at least see the GN drives even if they're being covered by the dashboard parts. Now back to the repair. Back to repair, you put a black cover over the GN drives. Why? Why do we put a... The GN condensers get a black cover that goes over top of them. And then you assemble it like normal. Like, what the fuck? But, yeah, that's where I'm at so far. We're actually going to be putting armor on this guy today. It's going to be fun. I keep telling myself, it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to start with the legs. I'm not going to be doing the thing where I build the entire frame, then go back and do armor. And no, I've already got the legs and the waist done. Let's just get armor on top of them. That way it's already done. Because all I've got left are the arms and the head. That way I can get things decaled, decaled, and already ready to go when I'm done in my downtime. So, let's get started. We also did change... I did kind of change my mind on how I'm going to be doing the GN drives on the main chest. I did not have this office... God, how can I put it? It kind of diffuses... yeah, it's probably a lens diffuser is what it would be called, basically. Well, light diffuser for the LEDs. So, we can turn this on. If I actually turn it on. So, you get more of a light diffuser. And the problem is, with that light diffuser on, it looks good with that one. With the unpainted one that I tried to do. With the actual painted one, oh, it doesn't actually look that bad in the camera, but when you look at it in real life, it kind of, well, IRL, it kind of looks terrible. I don't know if I want to go with the painted one or not. I'm thinking I'm not going to go with the painted one. Because that diffuser just really sucked all the light out. So now we're really not as bright as we were going to be. Ooh, let me make sure I didn't just ruin that by unplugging that. No, okay. All right. Yeah, we're probably going to need that other hand. Okay, that's for the legs, which we'll need actually here in a little bit. So, let's get started. Oh boy, armor time. I got to be careful because there's a lot to do on the dash. There is a lot to do on the dash. The dash actually has some of the most armor that I got to build. So, it's going to be neat. I don't think the dash omits too much. We should be starting on... No, I don't know where the actual manual... don't you do that. Where the actual manual starts, but I also have to look at the repair manual as well. Because there are, yes, YA2 parts that have to go on. Trying to see where... I mean, I can do it now. F7. And I cannot tell where that's going. Does that go on the front or does that go on the back? F7. It's the only repair module thing that we do on it. Okay, so that's front side skirting. Front skirting. Front skirting, which I probably want to do later. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do those later. I'm going to do the legs only first. So. Looking at the legs, let's see what I got to do. So that's all skirt, 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 skirt. Skirt, 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 skirting, skirting, rear skirting, rear skirting. leg armor. Okay. Here we go. So that's our foot, which starts with A2. A2, Q, Q, Q. Yep, okay, so it's starting the same on that one, and it's starting on the same on this one. So I can start from this manual. Sorry, this seems a little bit weird, but it's because I'm trying to make sure that all three manuals line up when it comes to how we're doing this. I should technically be working on the GN drive, getting it ready, but I'm not doing that just yet. We're going to be going my own route on this one. Going a little off the books. I mean, more on the books than anything. Alright, Q. We do know where Q is, because I've been working off that one for a while now, and it's almost done. Alright, just so I can make sure I know where everything is, let's actually push that up. Might actually pop the legs off. Well, pop the lower leg off, but we'll see how that goes. I need Q5. Q5. Q5 and Q12. 12. All right. Just got to repeat that 4 times. But I am still not having too bad of a time with this. I do hate the manual. I hate the way it assembles, but I'm not having too bad of a time so far with it. I have done worse. I have done more, and I have done way, way, way more obscure things than this one. I don't have to like it. I can just tolerate it. And to those who think that Bandai doesn't freaking stretch their things out across multiple frames, yeah, they do. That's what this one's been so far. There have been so many flip-floppy frames, it's not even funny. And it's just going to get worse when going into the actual armor instead of just the inner frames. The inner frames alone have had flip-flop frames. There are like 10 frames to the inner frame. It's insane. Okay, but what are you? Oh, you're chest parts. You're the final chest parts. Yo. There are still so much stuff to this thing. And okay. Ah, that's right. I was looking at stuff earlier. But we'll see how far I can get to going tonight. Tonight we also, get how much I can get done today. And then tonight we'll be doing game night, hopefully with everybody. Or at least the majority of the people who like to play. We'll probably just do Among Us again. Not a lot of us have the ability to do too much. Plus, it's also fun. It's a fun social experiment on how horrible a gaming community can be in such a small, innocent game, I guess would be the best way of putting it. Among Us has some of the worst. You'd think a social deduction game wouldn't bring the worst of people, but it does. All right, so they go towards the back. That's a weird one. I don't know. Is it over yet, Ajax? I don't know. I can never tell. I wish it was over. Right. I will tell you too, if you ever think about buying this kit, please pay heed if you want to hate yourself for a little while and then like it again, then hate yourself for a little while. I mean, it's a wild ride so far. It's a good cost, but Jesus Christ, this thing kind of sucks. like I was bitching about, I did not. I just wanted to get the legs done. I thought it would only take an hour. No, 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 no. No, that turned into 3 hours of me bitching. Off stream. 3 hours of me bitching. All right. And the way I'm glad I looked at how they put the, no, just stupid ideas. Like, I know you guys weren't here for it, but I was explaining it earlier. So, the reason why this thing was so dim was so bright last time is I didn't have this diffuser on. And I'll bring this back up here in a second. But same thing with the legs down here. So on both the dash and the repair, you don't put anything, you put a blocker, like a piece of black plastic across the GN condensers. So you can't even see them. I don't know why, but it's stupid. On the repair. On the dash, it's because you need this connector to work. But I've kind of figured it out so that I can still put the dash over it and still have the GN condenser on it. So I'm catching on the inside. I'm not really catching on the outside. I just have a little bit of... I can put it over the leg, and it's still catching fairly well. I don't think it'll cause too many issues. And I can still have the GN condenser going down there, which I've never actually looked at it with the condenser on. Let me actually see. With the condenser actually turned on... So with that one on, I may have to go with the what is it called? The non-painted one. Because it's not dim on camera, but in real, looking at it IRL, it is fairly dim. See if I can get it plugged in real quick. I was just talking about it earlier. And I'm going to try to have the GN condensers on the repair and on the, avalanche pulse be visible. So let's see. With that turned on, you can see a little bit of it glowing in there. I'd rather have it on than not there. I really don't like the idea of it. So with that on, you can see how bright it is with the diffuser over top. So that's the non-painted one, which I'm probably going to be going with. And then the painted one, which is darker. It diffuses light better, but it doesn't look that good in person. Like, it just looks like it's barely on. Like, I'm looking at it right now straight on, and it looks terrible. If it had come out a bit clearer, if I hadn't done the, what is it called? The transitional coat over top of it, it might look better. But I think we're just going to go with the regular one. It does look better in a camera. The camera does catches the light a bit better. But it looks terrible in person. It doesn't even look like it's on. Which sucks, because I did kind of want to do the painted one. If the stickers weren't on, like if I didn't put the, what is it called? The GN condenser stickers on there, it would be a whole of a hell lot brighter. And maybe that would be better, but I want the GN condenser stickers on it. And you can see the leg peeking out, which is still good. I still like the idea of that. And then if I wanted to take it off, I can always put the part over top of it to make it look like it should. Make it look nice. But I'm probably going to display it in dash form. I'll see how I like it or not. But that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be getting those chunky legs freaking all hooked up. Well, armored up. Which also means we're probably going to get the dash parts done too as well. Oh yeah, no, this camera has a really bright photo sensor. It's not a DSLR. Cannot remember what you actually are. God, I don't remember what optical sensor it uses, but it's a very bright optical sensor. I mean, it's not a cheap camera. I mean, I paid a lot for it. Ooh, I didn't even adjust brightness, so that's actually even brighter. Cause yeah, I didn't even adjust brightness today. I completely forgot to adjust my exposure rate. Yeah, I forgot to even do exposure. Because it's actually much brighter than that in here. All right, so we got that, we got that, we got that. So far, I cannot wait to just have these done. These, yeah, how can I put it? I had it. I did take a look at see the size of Exia compared to new. He comes up to with the head on. He'll come right up to. He'll be staring into the tits of the freaking goddamn the RX-78. I mean the RX-93. He'll be basically just tall enough to stare him in the chest. So yeah, the new's out of scale, totally out of scale, because it's about the same size as the Astrays. The Astray and the XOs are about the same size, and I wouldn't doubt the RX-78 2 will be about the same size. So the new's out scale, which is kind of what I expected when it's almost as big as the 148 scale. And Unicorn's gigantic compared to most model kits. A. Oh shit, do I not know where A is? I think I know where A is. I think I do, but I don't think I do. Are you A? Yes, you are. Hello, A. Oh, and I see what I need. And hello, broken A. Because you got mangled in transit. This one's been fun because I love going from the perfect one to the mangled one, and it's like, hello, perfect, hello, freaking abomination. Can you get off the blue frame? Thank you. Luckily, nothing got really damaged in transit. That's the good part. Just the frames got mangled. Oh, even the perfect one's having issues with the frames coming apart. Nice. Yo, you're good. Oh, man. I'm just glad Friday went as good as it did. I have been tired of doing everybody else's work lately, and I am just glad I got to do whatever the fuck I was doing yesterday. My own work is starting to pile up, and I am getting sick and tired of it. Let alone all the stuff I'm trying to do for other people. Well, fuck you too, Mr. Frickin' Yellow Part. Oh, let's see, looking at shit. Alright, leave that where it is. Please sit there. Thank you. Let's get back to working. Pretty simple, pretty easy so far. QQ. Okay, so we're doing all the Q parts left. That's great. Then we go straight on doing the upper leg portions, which I do have to do different parts for those, which will be fine. I think that's mostly for the repair portion, not for the avalanche. I'll check the manuals. Double check to make sure I don't have to have any special parts of the avalanche kit. I do not have a topic for freaking Sunday yet. Maybe you and Ajax can think of one, because I have no idea. There's so much going on. Well, we've talked about so much, but I just don't know what to think about for this weekend. That was just a cover for the freaking nippers. Okay, I kind of see what I want to do on that. Nope, not you. You. I think New Year's resolution was one of them that I was going to try to do last week, but I forgot to do. So we could do that one. Since we're only a week off from New Year's. I know that was when I was thinking about saving for this week's podcast. I don't know what else we should go over. Honored's on. We still got to know what he got for Krishma's because he missed last week. No, not yet. I haven't seen anything for Aurora just yet. Might not be ready just yet for pre-ordering. Well, ordering at all. I wouldn't doubt Gundam's got it, but I would tell you to steer away from there for right now because they are not 100% on their ball. And I'm kind of surprised that Supernova is going 144 scale for those new ones, which is going to be interesting. Find it odd and interesting. Huh. Yeah, I think I remember right seeing that it's going to be probably around that. I'm waiting to see. I mean, for $100, that thing looks way too good for $100. That thing looks way too good for $100 fucking dollars. All right. Oh yeah. You know, Bandai would charge like, God, at least $200-300 for that freaking for the Aurora. They'd try to probably claim it as a metal build. Oh, this month. Oh shit. Yeah, I haven't heard of anybody having it just yet. I'm waiting for Mophie or Model Center because they get them in stock and they're ready to ship. Like I can check Mophie right now. Let me see what their pre-orders are saying. I don't think they have anything up for pre-order just yet. Thank you for being a stupid phone. No, nothing yet. The most pre-orders they've got is nothing. I was checking their actual pre-orders to see what they had anything on pre-order. They don't even have anything available for pre-order at the moment. They just got their new arrivals that all came in. Okay. We're also only 1 week into the month, so, I mean, shouldn't be too bad. We'll see it soon enough. Especially this being basically a 5-week month, so. There's a lot of time left in the month. Oh yeah. No, that's the whole reason why I always go with Model Center or friggin' Belfie. It's like I know they're not screwing me over. Oh man. There are a lot that like to take advantage of us on the third party market. And look back up. Like right now, I'm still surprised at the quality of this thing. What is it called? How everyone always tries to make fun of like third parties for being bad fitting and shit. It's like I just don't see it half the damn time. I don't see where they're coming up with these lame excuses to bash on the third party kits. has to go in that way. No, there's more to that. There's way more to that. Never mind. Okay, Mr. Weak Ankles there. There's way more to that? No, I'm just stupid. Oh, no, I was putting it way further back. I mean, forward. Cool. One pair of Nikes on. Need to get them all finished up. They have to be, dude. Like, you guys have seen me. I'm not going to tell you the wrong information on it. I mean, like, I would never sit there and lie to you about something being bad or good. I will tell you straight up. Like, Ajax, I know technically I did not ever build an MJH kit, but I gave you the suggestion on the MJH kit just because of the fact that there was no way I was going to let you go and spend hundreds on P-Bandai or high-resolution shit. I couldn't in good faith sit there and say, go spend all this money on that, when I know it'd be way better just to try an MJH kit. I mean, the worst you were going to be out was like $30. And you've ended up buying 4 of those? A little bit of mold flash on this, but that's not the worst thing in the world. Just the 2 for now. Oh, okay. I thought you had more of them. I mean, you gotta still get a 3rd. You gotta get the, what do they call it? They're calling it the Ragnarok sword kit. Gotta get the black one of that. Put on the blue flame. For that add-on, I don't have a cool blue in my collection. Oh, that is cool. Yeah, that would be good. Ah. No, dude, I was going to post it, but I didn't know how well anyone would know what I was talking about. But apparently in the new Seed movie, there's going to be a scene where that new Justice gets harassed by an entire squadron of Murasames. And it's hilarious because all the Murasame is a flight transforming M1. And it's like, what? That's hilarious. Like, literally gets harassed by Murasames. like good to see that they don't have infinite plot armor, but still, you're getting harassed by M1s. Ooh. Methinks you need to go back to pilot school. There wasn't even that. It was like 5 or 6. It wasn't even 200. It was like 5 or 6 Murasames. And just kicking the crap out of him in the few stills I saw. He's like, there's your pro tag freaking armor, everybody. You made it look weak as fuck. What's worse is I don't like the fact that that new Seed movie is kind of like not going the whole Princess of the Sky kind of level of crazy, which is kind of weird. I kind of want it to do Princess of the Sky kind of level of crazy. Go full Super Robo. No one really fucking cares. And there was somebody talking about on was either in Plamo or was it Model Center? Someone was talking about that that God Gundam again. Apparently, no one still knows. Apparently, it got announced around the same time as the Apocalypse was getting updates. So maybe we'll see that that freaking roided out freaking God Gundam soon. Maybe something about it. I don't know. I kind of actually like that roided out one a lot better. It has more of a Katoki feel to it, or what Katoki thinks he knew, what we think would be a Katoki version. Like, I kind of want those rumors about Bandai to be true. They'd be hilarious to see them do something actually outside the box, but I doubt we're going to see them. That we were talking about last time. Oh, you actually undergated all the white armor. Thank you, Bandai, for doing something that just is basic knowledge. Ah, right. But I cannot wait to get this guy done. With having the frame fully done and getting some of the armor done today, it's going to be pretty neat to see how long it'll take to get some of the other parts done. I think we'll have the repair done before we'll have the avalanche. The avalanche has way more parts than the repair does. But the repair, I do got to get the paint for it too. I got to get the paint and fix one of the cloaks. That's all I've got to do. I'm going to be doing a Muso Black, but I'm also going to do this sparkly transitional polycarbonate I've got for it. I'm going to spray the... I think it's supposed to go... Because even on the can it says spray black over top. So what it is, I'm going to spray the transitional color over top, do a good 2-3 heavy coats over top of that, then go over it with the Muso Black. And it'll kind of look like it has... goddamn, what is it called? From Seed. Never fucking remember it. Whatever the cloaking tech is for Seed versus a Stray. Can never remember what it's called. I keep wanting to call it Phase Shift, but Phase Shift is the gotcha tech for the freaking Strike Freedom. Mirage Colloid. Yes, there it is. So it'll kind of look like Mirage Colloid. Because it's supposed to look like a shimmer. I always mix up Mirage Colloid and Phase Shift because they both sound the fucking same. I still think it's funny that, like, when you look at it, the Strays are terrifying. All of them have Mirage Colloid systems. All of them have Mirage Colloids at some point. And that is terrifying. Because I don't think any of the Seed main suits have Mirage Colloid systems other than Noir. I don't know of any of the other ones having Mirage Colloid systems. Or particle dispersion systems that disrupt Mirage Colloid. I only know of 2 that have the ability to do that. So all you would have to do is have 1 of 2 of those freaking units come up with Mirage Colloid and just take out an entire force just by like, ha ha, snuck up on you bastards. Which is actually what happens during the first fight between Gold and freaking Red. Well, Mina and Red. And he did a field dispersion to freaking disrupt Marina's Mirage Colloid. Yeah, no, Gold Frame. The literal first fight between Mina and Red, Mina snuck up on him using Mirage Colloid. That was the whole gimmick of the fight. If I remember right, he did the Low did something to cause a dispersion field, which made him uncloak, and they had to fight one-on-one. Yeah, so Mina has Mirage Colloid all the way up to Amaterasu. Red Dragon is when Red gets... Red Dragon is when Red Frame gets Mirage Colloid, because that's the whole point of the new V-Fin, is so that way he can navigate with Mirage Colloid active. Then we have Noir, which is based in the Mirage Colloid system, because that's what was Mina copied. I don't know if blue or green get it. That's the only ones that don't. And then the entire point of Mirage is because of Mirage is literally Mirage Colloid comes from the Mirage Frame. So it's terrifying when you think about it. Like, if they actually teamed up, five Gundams show up. Two of them are just like, hey, what's up, buddies? And then it's like, yeah, you don't see the other three coming. Oh my God, they're raptors. Strays are just raptors. You see the two in front of you, but you don't see the three coming from the side. Don't turn your back to the strays. Oh yeah, but Turn Red doesn't have it. Turn Red's just maxed out for sheer just attack power. That's why I wish they would do, like, it would be really easy if I know they've done the battle thing where they have the different universes come and attack each other. I would just like mashups too. Oh God, right. Actually, no. That's the whole ending of Princess of the Sky. Is that once they killed off the Lord Omega, Lo's actually pretty civil with Orb, because he then leases out the Calvich technology to them. Because that was the whole point of the Amaterasu sparring with the Red Frame. They fought to a standstill. Because I think Shogu is just cloned right now in the Mirage. The original Shogu is dead, and Mina retired. That's why there's somebody new inside the Amaterasu. And Mina likes Lo all of a sudden. I can't remember why she likes him. Green is a rebel outcast who's a gorilla in the South American jungle. Freaking guy's always following behind Lo for some reason. I don't know what his obsession is. And Noir works for Orb as well, if I remember right. Or he's with the other one. I can't remember. But no, even the Mars Institute doesn't even mind Lo anymore. He's actually helping them out. That was the whole point why then he went and bashed in Turn Red again, because he went and did another sparring fight. And ended up punching the Turn Red so hard that it knocked the pilot out. Which apparently counts as a win. True. Well, plus Mina's freaking goddamn, by the time Princess of the Sky, Mina's freaking terrible person plot's over at that point. And it was really Shogu who was really the worst. He was just mad that Lo had the red, and he wanted the red back because of the advanced learning capabilities of the red. God, but Aerial FM, wish me luck. No. Full mechanics, you'll be fine, Ruka. Full mechanics build like advanced high grades. They're really not that intricate. They're just slightly bigger high grades. They're really not that big of a deal. You'll be perfectly fine. I wish I could be telling you that full mechanics was something like a real grade or like a Master Grade 2.0 or Verka, but nah, you'll be just fine. Don't sweat it too much. It's got a little bit kind of like 2.0-y shit with it, but it's not really that bad. But no, back to what I was saying was like, I wish they would do something like, so you know how we kind of have it when we think about how Build Fighter is, where sometimes they'll use parts from one series with another or kind of do something original. I would like that to actually be a actual story plot. Is like just drop, say, a protagonist into another universe, or have the universes cross collide for like a season or something like that, or even an OVA, and then let them just go hog wild with doing some designs that are actually professionally done a lot better, not just kind of like, what would a 2-year-old put them together with? Let's just mash them together and make something new. Actually, like, well, if Hero was in there, he'd start stealing all the parts to make a GN-powered Wing Zero. Or if we drop Amuro into the Seed universe, he's upgraded the RX. Oh, we'll give him even a freaking advantage here. The RX-93 to run off of phase shift technology, and there's some other stuff. Or dropping Mika into the freaking IBO universe, or dropping Mika from IBO into freaking 00 and seeing what happens. Or into the original time, to the UC timeline. Although I don't give Mika credit for that because he's not an engineer. He's a pilot. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't even freaking... he can grab things. We could see how he would have his mobile suit designed. Probably join Xeon. Come on. I could see him in a very heavily modified Rick Dom, maybe. The older ones, Ruka, were really bad. The IBO full mechanics are really terrible. The Witch for Mercury one is actually pretty okay. They've kind of got it down to actually being good now. It's not as terrible as they used to be. I have an original Barbatos. I don't even like touching him. I don't like even going near that model kit. It falls apart. Which, you know what's funny is, Ajax? I just thought of it. Technically, even SD Battle Alliance kind of does that, but we don't get any customization. We just get our mobile suits that are just plain Janes. Yes, they were. I have tried to make that thing work. It feels like... how can I put it? It feels like worse. The plastic is just such terrible quality. We talked about this last week. I hate it. I hate touching it. It feels like I bought it from a Chinese person. But I know for a fact I bought that from a first-party seller because I paid a fucking premium for it. But it feels so bad. Like, it feels like very old and early high-grade plastic was, where it was really super brittle and just super cheap feeling. And that's kind of why I've never gone back to build anymore. Is I got so burned out by the full mechanics line. Oh, yeah, Mika on... Oh, yeah, that would be actually pretty cool. Drop Mika. No. No. They were bad out of the box. It wasn't even that. Like, I still have some early high grades early real grades. Okay. Let me stop for a second. Okay. So, the problem with Sinanju wasn't that it was bad, it was just overly engineered. There's only one thing bad about the real grade Sinanju, and that's the waist joint, with the expanding connector that it was made so poorly that it breaks. If you glue that together, it's perfectly fine. Everything else is good. The backpack is just too heavy for it. The backpack is actually oversized and just not that great. I have done 2 of them. My original one was still okay. The one I've got up there, the only reason why I say it's bad is because of that waist connector. Other than that, it was fine. I have some of the first early real grades, and they're perfectly fine. I have no problems with early real grades. Really, I think it comes down to people not knowing how to build them. Because I'll even show you one of the earliest real grades. And it's actually right here to grab. So, gold frame, Astray. One of the first... And this is the new old stock, because I bought this from a... What is it called? From a gray third-party seller. And this was an original Bandai one. These are some of the original first real grades that came out. It's got that full inner frame to it. Stands up just fine. Because really the paint didn't help do shit when I painted the inner frame. Because the inner frame's kind of... is kind of inside of everything, and you see pokes of the inner frame here and out. The Astray real grade is fucking amazing. It's one of the first ones. The Astray's fine. The Wing's fine. The Tall Geese is fine. I haven't built my Zeta just yet. But there's a lot of them that are good. I just think that people didn't have a good time with them because they were more than their some of their parts. They are a much difficult model kit to build. I started with the wing. I went full on hardcore mode. My first model kit was the Wing Zero Real Grade Custom. And that's a doozy of a kit to start out on. It's still great. I still pull it down. It's a little back heavy because the wings are really large for it and the whole body is really weak. Knight? What do you mean by knight? Kitty. But really, real grades get a problem because people get so angry about it. There was also the controversy of crossbones. There was a shipment of Gundam Knight. Oh, are you talking about the SD? I do not have that one. I do not have the SD Knight Gundam. That one's actually pretty hard to come by. Yeah, I do not have the Gundam Knight. That one's fairly expensive. They're quite, yeah, they can run a couple $100 sometimes. I've looked at buying it before. Unless you find an older version of just the pure SD, they're usually more closer to like almost an MGSD. Where it's an oversized SD kit that's actually pretty expensive. But I'm also not the big, I'm just not into SDs myself. I kind of go ham. I kind of go ham on, if you've seen the area, I do a lot of third-party stuff. The reason why I do third-party stuff is it's cheaper, more readily available, and you can get stuff that you would not normally get. Like the ones I'm working on. I'm working on 2 of these big boys. These are both perfect grade Exias. I paid half of what a regular one would cost. I got 2 of them in the same form. Yeah. No, I love the fact that the MGSDs are doing so well. It's like, yeah, we want crazy shit. Just don't exclude everyone from it. I hate the idea that we get this idea that Bandai kind of doesn't like us in the West. They like the fact that we'll buy shit, but they don't want to conform anything to us. Everything about Bandai is always focused on the Indo-Pacific market. It's never focused toward the West at all. We aren't their target market, and kind of sucks when we get treated like that. And there's nothing wrong with the SD market. I was getting into the SDs back when the Sengoku line was running. I liked the idea of the Sengokus. I just got burnt out by it. Justice, I have the RG. It's okay. I'm not going to go pick that bitch up because I hate that one. It had issues just in the design. I didn't like the Justice Gundam for the real grade. I've heard the Master Grade's perfectly fine. And I've seen that the Master Grade seems perfectly fine. Let's see. What can you see in the background? Just for reference. Let me see. Pull up my freaking Camvid. If you see the big ones back behind me, the Sengoku line was awesome. Yes, it was. If you see the big ones behind me, those are 1/35th scale. Those are gigantic. Some of those, especially the Sinanju, weighs up to like 12 pounds because it's got so much metal and crap on the inside because it's just that heavy. They are huge. They are, what is that? About 14 inches tall. They're huge. They're huge and gigantic and cost a lot. Something like the big guy, freaking Gojulus back behind there, and the one I just finished up, if I can get it on camera. Let's see, push the actual camera back behind me. The big boy Nuke just got finished up. I'm glad that one's finally done. I am so tired of working on that. I am just glad that got done. I am so sick and tired of working on that one. Yo, later, Ajax. Ajax, you gonna be available for tonight, or are you gonna be off? If I didn't get him, I'll get him later on. Yeah, I'll have to talk to him. I'll message him later. Probably didn't get him already. All right, now I'm kind of on a perfect grade kick because not yet. I don't have Big Zam either. The next one I'm going to be working on is the Perfect Grade Unleashed. I have my demand copy ready to go. I've just got to get it cracked open and ready to go. I'm kind of on a perfect grade kick right now. All because of my own ambition of trying to do them all that I've got in my back stock right now. Which was really dumb of me to do. I need to get the Zeta, what is it called? The Zeta Deban kit. It's really, really interesting. I love the detail work they did on it. Okay. But the perfect grade kick right now is kind of kicking my ass. Especially with doing these dual perfect grade exias at the same time. Boy, was I like, ha, this'll be fun. Haha, 4 manual, having to read through 3 different manuals at once is not always the funnest. All right, anything different on this one so far? The Laha, yeah, I've seen it. I just don't have one yet. Oh, I was saying, I'm dumb for doing the freaking perfect grades because, god damn. Did I not understand how much I was getting myself into? Okay, so nothing changes on this then, right? Yep, looks like it. Okay, so the leg, so the feet don't change at all. That is good. DOS is good. So I need Q and Q11. Back to Q again. Yeah, and I need to get the F91 from Deban. It's also a really good one. I just haven't had the cash for it. The F91 looks really, really fun. There's a lot of them I don't have yet, just because of the fact that I don't have all the money in the world. Plus, I'm mainly, I know this will be, I'm mainly an Astray fan, so I have a lot of Astrays. Don't ask why, I just do. Something about blah, 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 big sword, blah, 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 smash. Comes from my Monster Hunter days. Okay, so the difference between Master and Perfect Grade is the sheer size. Perfect Grade jumps all the way to 1/60th scale, and they like to add in gimmicks. A little bit more than what you would usually see on a Master Grade. So like this one has a full lighting kit inside of it, so it can light up. Same thing with like a unicorn. They do try to go a little more advanced. I mean, really, this has not been anything more than I would expect on something of this scale and size. Perfect Grades just usually have a jacked up overpriced price tag on top because they added the perfect to it. Because really, that's the whole problem with perfect grade is the perfect grades are not perfect, and they should be a lot less costly. Especially the perfect grade Unleashed RX-78. They jacked that price up so high, even though there's like literally almost nothing to that model kit. For the price that you pay for that from Bandai, it comes in a very tiny box, and you paid over $300 for it, and you pretty much didn't get anything. You get shield, sword. Yeah, the sword lights up because they use a proprietary battery size for it. And oh yeah, you get your core fighter. That's it. That's all the accessories you get for that thing. It's supposed to be, how can I put it? How more people say. It's supposed to be you enjoy the experience of a perfect ride. That's where you get your money's worth out of it. Alex, no, I need to get an Alex at some point. Yeah, game night, yeah. Yeah, see how many people I can get on for game night tonight. Did I put that on wrong? Probably. No, that's supposed to go that way. Wrong thing. Got 3 backlogs, Zerong, Astaroth, yo. Unicorn full armor, just doesn't have the time to focus on him. Ooh. See, if Onrod got the Alex, he'd probably been really good. I mean, seriously, Alex was actually pretty goddamn decent. And since it's basically an upgraded version of the the RX-78 too. And really, once you think about how Zeta went, it's really still all about the pilots. Because Char and freaking goddamn the Zeta's pilot were all freaking pretty decent, but they still needed the skills to control themselves. And it's the same problem with almost any Gundam movie. It's like, yeah, what if they had this or this or this? That's kind of why it's always funny. It's all about the pilot and skill and control. I still think that they fucked up making doing the whole new type thing. I just finished up watching the entire OG Gundam. I was actually getting really into it, and then the new type shit came in, and I'm like, oh, why'd you have to go and Evangelion me? Why'd you have to go and be an Evangelion freaking goddamn clone at that point? It's like right up, and then you fucked it up. It's like we don't need new types. We just need people who are actually understanding their freaking equipment. I would rather have the Alex. The Alex has a better armor loadout, plus the weapons are much, much more advanced. The RX-78 too doesn't have nearly enough firepower. It also relies on the G fighter too much. Without the G fighter, the RX-78 too is pretty much in trouble a lot of the times. He doesn't have advanced flight capabilities. He doesn't have the armor needed for it. Only has very few weapons and very low power due to the beam magnum eating up mostly all of his energy. And even then, he can only be loaded out with the rifle or the rocket launcher, and then the twin beam sabers, which also sometimes doesn't combine into the spear, or sometimes just appears as the spear. But with the G fighter, it's actually a pretty decent unit, because then you have mobility, firepower, and speed. I think which was a really dumb move for Bandai to make. They leaned too heavily into slice of life and then went frickin' heavy metal jacket on it, and I think it's just bad. It was a bad way to go. If you want to go IBO, go IBO. If you want to go build fighter, go build fighter. Don't do in between. And really, don't do any of those. Go MSO. Go to MSO8. Do an MSO8 again. Go hardcore. Your audience is not children. It is adults in their 30s. You'll sell way more model kits when you freaking don't pander to the younger audience. Pander to us adults, because I'll buy everything. Pull that shoe off. Uh-huh. Do you not clip in? Or is it just sliding in? No, we're going to have other things that go over top that. Okay, well, it'll fit on there for now. At least it's off the desk. On the model. Put your heels on so that way you can look pretty exia. Need you in your high heels. I like certain series that keep my attention but also tell a good story. I don't like bad stories. Like IBO kept my attention for a little bit, but then it started telling a really bad story later on. And now that we need addendums to it all the time, it's like, can you just tell a story and not have to change things? I do have, I have a real grade Banshee. It's not the greatest. I need to actually go back and redo a real grade Banshee at some point, or get the perfect grade. The real grade was really kind of, ooh. How can I say the real grade? The real grade Unicorn is it's an okay suit, but you gotta make sure that you're paying attention, because, yeah, the waist is like the worst thing in the world. It's a solid peg, so you don't really get a whole lot of articulation out of it, and it can be a bit finicky. Wasn't my favorite real grade. But I'm going to be doing a perfect grade perfectibility here soon, which is basically if Banshee, Phoenix, and Unicorn all had a baby, it would be that one. Basically, it has every single one of them. Let's see. Mine since the 30th. Well, that's not too long. That just means that it's in transit. I think mine was about a week and a half. 2 weeks at most. Not isekai style animes. Yes, right? I want Gundam on Gundam on Gundam. I don't care about the humans. But if you want me to care about the humans, that's fine. But I want the Gundams to be fight. I want the robots to be fighting. I think kind of the same way people don't like Wing for all the talking, I don't like IBO for all the regular humans killing regular humans. Kind of bores me. It's like, that was a great way of killing off that person. You just had an assassin go and attack them while they're leisurely doing things. Cool story, bro. Thanks a lot. We're so supposed to be rooting for your side. Uh-huh. Well, that one's pretty easy. It'd probably be, let's see, Zaku 1 or GM. Oh. Zaku 1 or GM. So we're not talking Zaku 2, which would have a better loadout technically. But Zaku 1s can actually fight toe-to-toe with the, especially if we're talking Char's modified Zaku 1. Zaku 1 can actually keep toe-to-toe, especially with the ARC-78 too. So yeah, I'd probably go with a Zaku 1. GMs are just cannon fodder. And the reason why gyms kind of suck is because they don't have the Gundam system, so they don't have the learning AI, which technically the Zaku's can be programmed to be able to learn better. Well, have better. Well, gyms have their place. They're the foot soldiers. They're the ones that you backfill with. Same with the Zaku's, but the Zaku's were designed to be mining equipment, so they're more heavily armored. So that's why they can keep up. Gyms were supposed to be basically what we get when we get the ground Gundams. Gyms are the first design before we get ground Gundams, which actually have armor and better freaking equipped. Because they weren't able to ever get the freaking Gundam in for redesigning because of the fact they were always being chased. I absolutely hate Hathaway's Flash. I hated it. Sorry for freaking probably killing all the fangirls out there. I hated every second of it. It was so boring. I don't like the Gundam designs. It was just such a boring... I wish I could get my time back from watching it. It was so bad. Hathaway's a whiny kid still. And it was just not what I want from a Gundam movie or anime. He ain't Char. He ain't charismatic. He ain't anything. It's just a whiny boy who needs to be bright slapped again. Boy. Oh, that's where those go. Neat. Goes on the avalanche setup. The fuck is O? Is O white? No. P, Q, A2, O. Polystyrene, white, leg frames. All right. Polystyrene, leg frames. Red parts included. Oh no, beam effect parts included. Like, I actually like Captain Bright. After watching freaking goddamn Gundam, he was alright. After watching Gundam, I'm alright with Captain Bright. He kept Amuro in line. All the way up till the freaking stupid crap started happening. Unlike what they did with Camille, where Camille just got off being a little shit all the damn time. Amuro at least got Bright slapped and also told to sit the fuck down. Although I was wary of that new lieutenant who joined halfway into freaking Gundam. I was like, he's a spy for Zeon. No. He's just a little bit of a ragamuffin. And then he died. And it's like, God damn it. I was actually starting to like him. It's like, thanks, Gundam, for not subverting my narrative. Always got to kill people off. O7Q. Yeah. Oh, no, it is that big part. God, I am blind. Slugger, yo. Dude, I couldn't believe how much they killed people off in OG Gundam. I'm like, cool. I like, why are you dead? Cool. I like, why are you dead? It's like, it makes IBO seem tame. Because they go out like badasses. Poor Rumble Raw. Dude, Rumble Raw went out like a fucking badass. I fucking respect that. I will not be captured. Goodbye. Ha ha ha. Till we meet again. Like, damn, Raw, you could have probably just turned on them and everything. I mean, you didn't even really like freaking the zombies. No, but loyal to Zeon till the end. Between Raw and Kai, it was like, damn. What was my very first kit? The real grade Wing Zero Custom. That was my very first model kit that I actually did. I had an older Wing Zero kit when I was younger, but that was something different that I bought secondhand and was pre-built. I didn't understand what it was when I was younger, but having seen them, what was it? I'd seen something. I went out and bought a real grade Wing Zero, and that kind of started me on my path of financial destruction. Oh no, I remember what it was. I bought some used ones from a friend of my wife's in the UK, and then I was trying to look for some because I didn't actually understand them at the time. Nice. I have seen most Gundam, not all. Some don't have the form I want. Some are kind of often not what I want to watch. Cough Cough Witch does not interest me at all. I don't even have an interest in watching it. It's just not something for me. I mean, I don't like any of the designs. It's cool that it's kind of a slice of life meets Gundam. Just not my thing. I'm here for big robots and model kits. Interesting characters can come second to that. That's just a bonus. Turn A, yeah. Because it comes with a cow. Yeah. I will tell you this, Ruka. If you really want a good one from Seed, the high grade Destiny is one of the best. You want a best bang for your buck kit, the high grade Destiny. I don't think Bandai will ever do a model kit like that ever again. They lost money on it because they included too much stuff with it. No. Just the actual high-grade Destiny. The actual high-grade Destiny Gundam. There will never be another HG 2.0 like that. They lost too much money on that one because it has way too much stuff with it. Kind of neither. I'm really not the biggest G Gundam fan. I've watched it before. I'm just not the biggest G Gundam fan. I know that's blasphemy. Currently, wasn't always that way. It's a good quirky series, just not my thing. It's just Dragon Ball Z Gundam. Which is fine. It's nothing too bad. The only thing I will not buy. I absolutely hate fucking Freedom. It's so ugly. Here, I'll show you what you should buy instead of a Freedom. Costs half. No, this one costs a lot more. But not as much as a, what is it called? Fucker. Get up. Come on. Quit catching your sword on the goddamn side of the unit. Fucking asshole. So, for about the same price as, what is it called? The EX. What was that, my nippers? Fuck you. The MG EX. You can buy one of these. Which, I'll get up and get with its extra accessory. This is only half of what it comes with. This is the red frame powered red. Doesn't come with the big swords because big swords are optional. You will have to buy those either by buying the EW add-on or buying a perfect grade red frame Kai. Fuck you, manual. But for the same price as the MG-EX, you get that. Oh, I gotta get up. You guys gotta make me get up. Alright. So. I'll put it back up later. And then you get this with that. You actually build that. So the Power Red comes with also the Gerbera 150. This is scaled to the model. This is not oversized for a human to use. This is scaled to the model. And I know Mophie has it, and so does Gundam Model Center right now. You're going to pay about $100 for the model kit. It's about $130 with shipping. But you get a perfect grade level of parts with it. It's based off the Red Frame Astray, Power Red metal build. But the band said, fuck you, we're going to make it into a model kit and sell 1 million of them and make more money than you guys did on the metal build. Which they did. Because I unfortunately push it like crazy. And back up on your stand. And that is a model kit. You build that whole thing. It took 12 hours to build that sword. And I will be right back. No, I will not. Fuck you, spam call. You know what's funny is Red Frame actually has a Shining Finger attack, basically. It overloads the power connector that is used to power the rifle or the beam sabers. which can then be overloaded into a Shining Finger-like style attack. Right. It would be interesting. Which is kind of the reason why I need to get a real grade. I need to get the real grade red frame, not red frame, God Gundam. I need to also get the MJH high resolution God Gundam because I want the effect parts from them. I also need to get that new one from Build Fighters because I need the effect parts from it for some kit bashing. Wink. To make some God Gundam aficionados cry. I need the beam katanas off it and the shining finger hands. It more likely is they do reuse a lot of parts when it comes to doing these different model kits and everything. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a reused asset. It's not uncommon for Bandai to do. Where the fuck does this ever go on? The very fucking end? Probably. God, I hate this manual. It's so terrible. Yes, it does. It goes on. Actually, I could probably put it on now. Actually, I'm supposed to put it already on. I can already see it on there. No, because that's a different part. And it doesn't show it on there. It's probably because I had to put armor over top of it first. Okay, A2 goes over top that and that. Or is that the heel portion? No, because the heel portion's different. What? No, I'm just stupid. Okay, I actually see where it goes. Okay, it doesn't go on for a little while. So dumb that we're building it now. Oh, dude, I'd probably get walked right out the door. No, 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 you stealing. You go and tell everyone. They'd instantly think I'm taking pictures for freaking goddamn Daban. No, 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 you don't come in. You no steal. I love the Psycho Twitch. Got a backlog of MG Freedom. Currently working on Strike. IWSP. Yo. Looking into some 135 scales. They're fucking awesome. They're very expensive, and good luck finding them. We had a drop of the Sinanju bus not too long ago. Zeta's currently available, and so is... God, was it Excess? No, we had a running joke that I'm more... that Bandai knows who I am more than I think. Or more than that it seems. And that I'm banned from anything that involves them because of the fact that I am so Mr. Pushy Bandai freaking not likey person. So, it's kind of a running joke that it's like Bandai has a hit out on me. Basically, like, no, that guy can't come in here. He bad. He sell all our secrets. He don't like us. He missed a third party. He steal everything. He banned from GB Worlds because he's bad. He bad person. Like, well, the joke was that there's a sign with my fucking face and my logo on there, being like, he may not enter. I am a small fish in a very large pond, and I really doubt they know who I am. I bullied them into following my freaking TikTok channel, but that's about it. We all know that Bandai don't want to follow me. Literally respond back like, why? And I was like, because I'm the king of third party. They're like, there, we follow you. Don't you feel silly? And I'm like, nope. Build more model kits. Like, let me see who's got. No, the only one who's got it is Model Center right now. I don't think they have anything available. Mophie doesn't do big scale. Ooh. Trying to see if there are any 35th even available. No, there are no 35th even available right now. You'd be looking at probably buying off Ali or eBay right now. Just be careful on how much you pay. They can be very expensive. Yes, you do. I have a lot of Zoids, actually. If you see Mr. Big Chompy Face right there, that's a Gojulus, the Ogre. I also have pretty much the entire New Century lineup. What am I missing? I'm missing D-Bison. I don't have a D-Bison just yet. Then I have the full New Century lineup. I have almost all of them. I just finished up a Berserk Fury and a Liger Zero not too long ago. Death Stinger as well. I have another Berserk Fury. Yes, I did. I just finished up a regular white. Let me see if I can move him. Oh, I hate moving you, but you're the most accurate and most not falling apart Liger I have, because everything's glued together. I just did a hyper detailed one not too long ago. And it's the final one I'm ever going to build unless something new comes out. And I don't like moving Fury because I hate his freaking binders. Okay. Starting back on this again. Shield Liger I don't have. I'm not the biggest fan of Shield Liger. If I buy one, I want to go with Blade Liger instead. I really don't like the Chaotic series designs that much. I still need to get... I've got Storm Fury, Berserk Fury, and Tyran. I need Genosar and Genobreaker still as well. I have Death Stinger, which was... I cannot move that one. It's way too large, and it likes to knock things over. But I just finished up a ZA Death Stinger around August. Oh, no. So, you need to use a different panel liner. That means your panel liner has separated the... What is it called? The... What is it called? God damn. The solvent is separated from your liner and is eating your plastic. So the ink that your liner is supposed to be kind of merged with is eating your plastic. Yeah, you're using Tamiya. You may want to avoid using that on whatever kits you're using. What happens is you are having ABS reaction or a plastic intrusion reaction. It's kind of the same thing with like aluminum and gallium, where it's destroying the structure of the plastic, and that's what those cracks are. is it's completely breaking the plastic. It's kind of why I only use Sharpie, because I do a lot of bare plastic detailing. With bare plastic, you want to be careful, especially on stuff that are ABS or polystyrene. The solvents in panel liner can eat away the plastic or cause structure failure. If you top coat, you can use Tamiya in that most of the time without any issues. But that's why I only use Sharpie for my panel lining, because I destroyed a very rare and very expensive Supernova kit, and I can replace it now because there have been some reprints at the time that was very expensive. Still kind of is. I'd be still paying out almost $200 for the model kit. And I was using a mixed, what is it called? A mixed variation of that. I would use flow liner for certain areas, and I'd use Sharpie for other areas, and I have just been doing Sharpie ever since then because I just don't want to risk breaking a model kit. It's the whole reason I don't. You will never see me using flow liners. It only took one reaction one time, and I was like, yep, I'm done. Yeah, it took one time of me breaking a model kit to go, like, I'm done. I'm not doing that ever again. And these are cheaper, too. I can get that. That's also why I've stuck with using 90% alcohol and Sharpies. It's cheaper. One thing of Tamiya or one Gundam marker is usually around, what, $10, $15? I buy these for $1.50 a pack. Maybe $2 a pack if they're not on sale. And I only have to get 2, and these can usually last me 1 to 2 model kits. Unless it's something like the big boy new who needed so many markers that wasn't even fucking funny. God, I went through like 6 sets of markers because there was so much to do. And I like the line control. I can control my lines a lot better than I can with flow liner. And you can do stuff like what I'm doing, where you can do edge highlighting, which can also hide mistakes if you have any mistakes, where I'm doing the backside of my edges and actually highlighting the backsides of those. So we're not just doing the cracks, we're also highlighting almost all the model kits edging. And looking back. And Psycho, if you're looking into the 135th scales, please do note they are basically high grades, but they do take a lot of patience. They're great when they're done, but they can be a bit rough going into them. They are not like your usual model kits. They are gigantic, and the parts are huge. Take up an amount, just the sheer volume of space. And you will need to think a little bit outside the box, because they are not like your regular model kits. They're similar, but not the same. They will test you. 1010. Oh, I missed that one. God, I hate freaking YouTube. I wish I could make the text bigger. I may have to put ghost chat on my freaking workstation so I can make YouTube chat larger, because God, I cannot see it half the damn time. That's also why it takes me much longer to get things done. If you've ever seen me do a model kit, I could be done so much faster. I used to be done so much faster. I would do the whole model kit, build it, then detail it, then go from there. didn't really like the time scale was great. I could get things done, but the detailing was it made detailing so much harder because I would have so much left still to do and I would have to take things back apart. That panel lining while I go is a lot easier on the whole aspect of doing detail work because I can always take it back apart to the subparts for what is it called? For decals, but doing panel lining sucked because you'd sometimes have to remove panels. And doing it this way has been actually great for the longest time, where I'm doing the panel lining as I go. It works well. The time scale does jump a lot. I mean, I do get a lot more kind of bogged down with doing it. It takes a lot longer, plus being able to do the whole streaming and doing this at the same time, yeah, I get kind of amped up and worked up, so I don't get as much work done. Sounds like I'm doing a lot, doesn't get a lot done. And I usually do my own lighting kits for stuff, but the last few model kits have all had their own stuff, and I just haven't really wanted to change them too much. We also had a really bad experience with a couple of the busts I did recently have had some issues, but I think I kind of narrowed it down to the bad solder being used. Same thing with that was probably also the issue with the what is its name? The Tall Geese 3. The Tall Geese 3 is probably the same issue, just I wasn't using as high quality solder as I usually do, and that's kind of why I had issues. So we're going to be back to the custom stuff soon. The Perfect Grade Zaku 2 that I've got will be getting a full wiring harness done to it. It'll be fun. Haven't been doing that in a while. Doesn't help, a lot of the model kits have also been massive monsters that also are very expensive, and I have not wanted to really ruin them. I need to get a minor review done for the new. I haven't really talked about my final thoughts on it. I don't have really anything too harsh about it. There are a few things here and there about it, but nothing really bad. I actually enjoyed the entirety of the Perfect Grade New from Daban. Would I do it again? Probably. Would I obsess about doing all 12 funnels? Probably not. Probably not. 6 would have been fine. When you think about it, you're like, yes, free shit, yes, more stuff. And then when you actually do it, you're like, oh, God, what did I get myself into? Same thing with, like, this guy. I was like, in concept, doing the twin exias at the same time looks daunting. When you're getting into it, it's okay. It's not too bad. It's just by 4. It's really nothing that bad. But then when I got into the manuals and started digging through shit and having to go like, okay, so what do I actually need to change? Oh, no. There's even more stuff I got to pay attention to. But it's still been interesting. I haven't really had too many issues with it so far. I just hate how the manual reads. The manual is terrible on this one. I don't know who at Bandai who thought it was fun to do things all split up like this, But I want to slap them on the head and go, no. No, that's not how we do a model kit. And slap the engineer who said, you know what? You can't take the legs off the unit once it's built, because we want to make sure that the connector's inside and locked into the actual legs. When there was plenty of space that we could have just put the connector up inside the leg housing itself, and it would have been way better than what they did. So that way we don't have to have the torso and legs basically attached, and there's no way of taking them apart, ever. You can take the arms off, but you can't take the legs off. You can take the head off, but you can't take the legs off. I do have to do one modification to the repair unit. It's small, and I've got to figure out where I'm going to be doing it at. So that way I can get the second, well, to get the cloaks to work with the arms, because I'm doing 2 arms on both of them. It's going to be quite unique. I've got the idea down. The idea seems solid. I don't see any issues with it happening. It's just getting it done, and that's the hard part. Concept is always easier than doing. Saying is always easier than doing. Hopefully I can get all these perfect grades done by summer, is what I'm looking at now. I was supposed to be done with them by the end of freaking March, but that's not happening anytime soon. One, I added an extra perfect grade to the whole mix. No, I actually added 2 perfect grades to the mix. I'm sorry. 1 second. Stop. Spin around. I was supposed to add another one, but I got cold feet on buying it and bought a bunch of other stuff. I ended up not buying the Mark II, which I should have just bought the fucking Mark II. Or the 00, which was one I was also looking at, but the 00 was quite pricey. But I did add one more perfect grade exia, and I added the perfect grade unleash, because we weren't expecting the perfect grade unleash. That was something that got dropped on us pretty fucking fast, and I was like, fuck yes, let's go. I literally said, the only way I'm ever buying the perfect grade unleash is if there was a bootleg copy that costs half as much money. And yeah, for the price of buying, for a little under buying the original, I bought 2 and gave away 1. And the giveaway one is on its way to its freaking new owner, right as we speak. Now, I would happily give away another one if we can get the Patreon up, or if we can get some more subscribers on YouTube. We're sitting at 8. Ah, oh, damn. Guess all those freaking gifted ones expired. But sitting at 8 subs on Twitch. If we can get more people on there, I mean, hell, that'd be great. I would love to give away more perfect grades. But we need a lot of help to get there. Or hell, even back up to doing more master grades. And that fulfills my plug for this session, because I try to not plug too hard. I'm not e-begging, I'm just asking for your support, which is kind of e-begging, but I'm not at the same time. I'm not saying give me all your money because y'all are all supposed to give it to me. No, I'm saying if you want to help, that would be very nice and I very appreciate it. Please and thank you. Because I absolutely hate e-begging out of pure principle. All right. Where are we going to now? We are going to, God, go back to where I was. Where was that? Oh, building the rest of the parts for the leg, which I really don't need to fucking care about right now, really. Because, yeah, that doesn't matter or interact with that, correct? Yes, because we don't need to come back to that till way fucking later. So, yeah, let's go back to the legs. I need A19. Thank you for not being a piece of crap. Oh, which is probably a red. A19. Yeah, come back here, Mr. Yellow. You can go with the other yellows. Because they're all falling off the place. Yeah, fine. Hey, you're gonna have to go. Goodbye, Mr. A. And keeping an eye on everything so far. Well, I hate that. Not as bad as it could be. Anything special about this? There's not a goddamn thing special about that. Stay. Do not follow me. Yeah, let's see why that's all pushed up. Later. Alright. Cool. So what am I up to next? 019. Alright. 019 and A. Then we put that on. Okay. Cool. We are gonna get these legs put up correctly. Well, built up correctly. Oh, what now? 19. Double check the repair file and see if there's anything I need to change on that. Let's see. Actually, that is the repair file. What am I thinking? Okay, so there's YA2 for that. O E2D. A2O, so no, nothing changes on the, yep, okay, so nothing changes on it. On the actual legs. The only thing that does change is YA2 on the knee. The knee is damaged, okay. So far, that's the only thing that changes. Is the knee, and then there's some on the upper leg portion, correct? Let me double check that. Yes, we have YA2 for the upper leg as well, so when we do those ones, we'll go from there on that. But for the avalanche, so far, that is actually, everything's the same. Which is nice to know. How's this going on? Oh. Oh, then we get parts that actually go over top that. Okay. So nothing locks that in place. I may have to glue that in place because there's nothing that locks that in. That could fall off at any point. I may end up gluing that on. I don't like that that heel could fall off at any point because those blue parts are just going to go across that. And that doesn't clip anything on there. They just... That sucks. I may end up gluing those heels on because those heels are going to fall off. If I move it or bump it or anything, those heels will just fall straight off. That's going to suck. So I may end up gluing those on. There's no retaining device. Nothing that clips or interfaces. It's just two little tabs that kind of hold it in place, which is kind of weird. I would expect at least a somewhat of a clip on there. Like this at least has a multi-point interface kind of approach to it, so it's not too bad. And looking up. Yep, I'm going to glue that heel on now because that is not ever going to stay on. All right. I just need that to sit up there for just a second while I get the glue. Mr. Glue. Just where that interface is at. Nice. That's great. That's just great. Turn off my thing. Yay. All right. That one's going to fall off anyways. I'm going to have to glue them on there. I am not dealing with those heels falling off. No, 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 no. Not just gonna be walking around and be like, oh look, the heel fell off. Look at the freaking really expensive model kits. Yay. No, we're not dealing with that. Okay, my neighbors are being very annoying this morning, apparently slamming doors. All right. Let's see what I can do here. All right. All right. Take off our heels because they have to be glued in. Ah. He'd be glued in too, because that could pop off at any point. All right. Then O18, A14. All right. I'm trying to at least get the feet done today. I want to get the feet. Minimum. What do I need? A14, 15. Those ones. All right. Ah. The other rep parts. Uh, 14, 15. 16. Okay. Know what I'm getting. Let's see. I love how they're undergetting the white, but they're not undergetting the reds, which is really stupid because the reds are on the outside. Hmm. You see this. Nope, I'm gonna have to fix those ones too. Shit. I messed up. I messed up. I messed up. I did not push those heels up high enough when I did it. Damn it. God, that thing is not thin enough to get in there. I have to take all these back apart again. If I can even get this back apart again. Let me see about the other ones. Oh, I didn't glue that one into it very well, did I? Oh, let me see. I put way too much glue on that. Okay, that's already full. Let me see this one. God, get out of that. No, I don't need to fix that. What is wrong with my brain, I swear to God? It's just the fact it fits so stupidly. It doesn't fit perfectly. Why am I so dumb? I didn't even need to do half of that. I had it right the entire time. I was fine with the fucking glue. What the fuck? It just looks terrible. Ugh. This Bandai level design, it's like, God. Let me see another one. No, no, it just looks wrong. God, I hate that. Fuck you. Bandai, fuck you and your fucking building style. I hate it. It's so annoying. Ugh, I think I did something wrong and I didn't. And it's like, God damn. Ugh. Assholes. I gotta fix all my detail work. Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's already 11. It's already 12, actually. All that and ruining things, thinking I fucked up shit. Really causing me more of a headache than anything. The ugliest heel I think I've seen them ever do. God, just terrible design on that heel. On everything, yeah, we were doing good for a while. Don't know what happened. So I'm gonna try to finish up these ankles and probably be done for the afternoon. I'll try to work on some of it off stream. That way I can get at least ahead. I wish this thing was a lot easier to work on. Yeah, nice quiet afternoon. All right. Well, that was a lot of hiccups. For very little progress, goddamn. And I am all out of time for today, because we have been going for 3.5 hours. I need to take a break. My back is killing me. And that was a nightmare. I mean, at least the majority of the feet are done. Still a lot left to go on that. But we're doing 2 at a time, so I mean, it's going to take forever to do. What was the next after that? That was O. Yeah. Oh, and then we got to put the freaking, that one I already did on. That would have been nice. And then we would have been working on the legs, working our way up. But that's fine. We need to take a stop at some point anyway, so I'll be back probably tomorrow morning. I'll be back for tonight's stream, which is going to be the, goddamn, what is it called? Game night. We'll be playing some stuff. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'll see you all next time. Thank you, and bye-bye.